Deep Chima, Arise News.
I'm joined by Yannick Naud from Sturgeon Capital. Is it true, will China overtake fairly quickly?
Well, I mean, China will overtake USA anyway, because whenever you look at the data, whenever you look at gross domestic product, the GDP, which is the official way to calculate the wealth of a nation, or if you calculate through PPP, which is probably more fair because the price of a haircut in China is much cheaper than the price of a haircut in the States.
Just explain why it's fairer, because I think this is absolutely central to it. So GDP,
yes.
Obviously you calculate that in a currency,
yes,
don't you? But the currency, of course, fluctuates.
Exactly.
But PPP is it's like the McDonald's index.
Exactly, it's like the McDonald's index of the economies. The idea is that services and goods will have a much lower price, a different price depending on countries, just because the cost of labor is much lower in China than is in States, and the cost of energy from time to time could be lower in one country to another. Yeah. So it's a much fairer way to see what is the wealth of people, because obviously if it costs 3 times more to buy McDonald's or to buy some bread, you're not 3 times richer if you
When I saw that story today, I thought you would poo-poo it, I have to say. And we debated whether to get you on, but we thought, yes. I mean, there's something very interesting here, isn't there? I mean, what does this size thing matter, if I can put it like that?
Well, not really. I think what is important is for the people. I mean, our people are better off in China compared to a few years ago. It's true for a certain extent, I mean, especially for people living in large cities or in the coastal cities, because in fact, their wealth has been increasing quite a lot in the last few years. It's less true if you were born in the inland and have to migrate in those cities because you enjoy less, right? Having said that, the standard of living in China has been going up, and the economy anyway is going up. I mean, for the first quarter, China grew by 7.4%, which was slow in Chinese standard. It's more than double what USA can do.
But this year, you and I have also dissected the problems in China, haven't we? Namely debt. Now, does that not count as well? Because that's hidden and huge, isn't it?
Well, I mean, the Chinese government need to find a new way for the economy to grow. They can't rely on investment, which is funded by debt. They can't rely on construction and infrastructure alone. They will need to focus more on the retail sector and on the consumer sector to make sure that the economy works for everyone.
What about investors? How does it work for them?
If China is a bigger country, is a bigger economy compared to States, if you look at the stock market, I mean, the Chinese stock market is a fraction of the American stock market. And for investors, it has been a terrible investment. I mean, since 2007, stock market is down by 2/3. It was down last year by 7%, down this year again by 4%. So all in all, even if the economy is growing in China, if you're an investor, you don't feel it at all.
Okay, Yannick, stay with us, would you? We've got more to talk about for the moment. Thank you very much indeed. Let's take a look.